The best thing about picking a console and sticking by it are the exclusives that get released for it. Call of Duty is all well and good, but everyone can play that. You need games that justify the hundreds of pounds you've spent on a console. Titles that you can throw into your Xbox One loving friend's face because there's no way they can play them. So, what better way to get pumped for such things than focusing on these bundles of joy? I'm Simon from What Culture, and this is 9 upcoming PS4 exclusives you can't afford to miss. Number 9, The Last of Us Part 2. The real question at the moment is when The Last of Us Part 2 will come out. The answer is we don't know, but there's every chance it could be released in 2017. It was announced at the end of 2016, so why not release it a year or so later? It makes sense as opposed to keeping gamers guessing. The best part is, even if it doesn't, the wait will definitely be worth it. Set 5 years after the original, it seems likely that the main playable character this time around is Ellie, who's now 19 years old. Joel is still hanging around looking grumpy, and as for the rest of it, well, nobody knows. That's probably for the best as well. Given that The Last of Us was one of the best games of the previous generation, the less we do know, the better. You know it's going to be good. Naughty Dog's in its groove now. So let's just hope this does find a way to pop up sooner rather than later. Number 8, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Let's stay with Naughty Dog for now because we know for sure that Uncharted 4's massive DLC package is headed to the PS4. Entitled The Lost Legacy, Nathan Drake is pushed aside so that Chloe Fraser can step into the spotlight, even though we haven't seen her since Uncharted 3. Not only does this seem like it's going to offer a big chunk of game, but it's also just more Uncharted 4. And if you don't want more Uncharted 4, there may be something wrong with you. So you should go and see a doctor, then when you're cured, you can get ready for this, because you now want more Uncharted 4. Number 7, God of War. Or Dad of War in this case, because Kratos has gone and got a son who he's going to try and teach the ways of the wild to as they battle it out as a family. That does raise questions straight away though, like what is Kratos doing? Why does Kratos have a kid? Will Kratos kill the kid? And so on. But it looks very good. Looking very good is always a solid start. This is a departure from the franchise we've known for well over a decade, however, because before this, Kratos had more of a murder everything, ask questions later kind of a vibe. But all games have to have a relationship nowadays, and this is no different. From what little we've seen, God of War still seems to feature huge boss battles and utter carnage, and that will mean it's pretty good. Let's hope for more info at E3. Number 6, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Making people collapse when it was announced, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of those games some people are literally desperate to play. And I use the word literally in the literal sense of the word. Some individuals need this in their life, and they need it now. 2016 was kind enough to give us Final Fantasy 15, which means for the foreseeable future, it's all about this instead. The level of hype is already unreal, so as and when more details come out, well, I'm a little worried for people's health, to be honest. Especially because it does seem as if the remake has done away with turn-based battles. That may make people cry proper tears. They love that stuff. Still, this has been wanted since the dawn of existence, or at least for a little while, and is easily going to be one of the biggest games to be released on the PS4. Number 5, Death Stranding. I'm not sure what to make of Death Stranding. I imagine you don't know what to make of it either. Hell, I don't think Hideo Kojima, the man developing it, knows what to make out of it too. As far as I can tell, it's about disappearing babies that are covered in oil. Right. Sounds great. This is from the brain of Kojima, however, and while some of his games can go absolutely crazy, they're usually exceptionally unique and just unlike anything else you've ever played. And that's important. If we just got the same old every year, that would be kind of rubbish. There's a good chance this won't actually launch until 2045, given that Kojima probably still needs to understand what he's doing, but I'd still keep it in your mind's eye. This could be really special, or crazy. But let's go with special. Number 4, Detroit Become Human. From one eccentric genius to the next, David Cage's run of games has been, let's say, indifferent. From the first half of Fahrenheit to the pretty much all-round excellent Heavy Rain, to the nonsense that was beyond Two Souls, the developer's next project is Detroit Become Human. What we already know is that it will feature a full-on narrative, player choice, multiple routes, and, without a doubt, sad piano music. Because all of Cage's games feature sad piano music, just wants to stir those emotions. The key, of course, is the script. One of the reasons Heavy Rain was so good is because it felt like a movie. If Quantic Dream can replicate that, then Detroit should get the developer back on track. That's a good thing. Number 3, KNACK 2. Right, okay, KNACK. It wasn't great, and it had a stupid name, but it had good intentions, and that counts for a lot. This is why it's good that Sony are trying again with KNACK 2. Although that is a terrible name, and it should have been called Knackered. There remains a lack of decent platformers in the modern day, and while the original wasn't able to capitalise on that, it did have some okay ideas. If they can be worked on and improved to the point that KNACK 2 isn't, well, really boring, then the sequel will be more than justified. The best part of the whole project is that the script is being written by the person that also wrote God of War. So there's every chance KNACK just goes on a murderous rampage, and if that happens, it's already the game of the year. Number 2, Spider-Man. Do you know what the problem with Spider-Man games are in 2017? It was already perfected in 2004. Treyarch basically nailed the web swinging mechanic, and every other iteration since then has been trying to replicate that, and as of yet they haven't. This latest attempt is a bit different though. For one, it's being developed by MNIAC, the company responsible for the likes of Spyro, Ratchet & Clank and Resistance. That's not bad pedigree and shows they know what they're doing, and the initial reveal trailer looked great. It also suggests this isn't some licensed tie-in and is a legit attempt to make something that's worthy of the movies. If that is the aim, then hot damn, this should be great, and an absolute shining beacon of light for the PS4. Number 1, Shenmue 3. If people collapsed when they heard about the Final Fantasy VII remake, they straight up exploded when they learned Shenmue 3 was real as well. No one's brain could handle both those pieces of information. It was like Christmas and Hanukkah had been pushed together to create some kind of super holiday. Joy. The level of expectation this game has on its shoulders is unreal, and trying to appease everyone is going to be incredibly hard. But the fact it exists and is a PS4 exclusive, that's invaluable to the system and something that's hard to top. And yeah, it's coming to PC too. That doesn't sound as good, so there. Regardless, expect fireworks and celebrations in the street when more details for this are revealed. It's gonna be massive. Know of any other PS4 games you should be hyped about? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can even come tell me on Twitter at SimonMiller316. I'm Simon from What Culture, and I will chat to you again soon.